Hey guys, welcome to the first video of this channel, man. Today I'm gonna be doing a quick analysis on Tyler Creators. Call me if you get lost. So this album literally just dropped like not even 30 minutes ago, and I'm super excited for this. So initially when he first said he's dropping an album, I was kind of confused just because Igor dropped so recently. And for me personally, I wasn't really that excited for a new Tyler project. But then he dropped the first little tease on IG as well as Twitter, and that got me excited right away, man. That, along with one of the singles he dropped and another just random video he put out, that's gotten me even more excited for this, man. And then when I looked at the track list, bro, like if you want to talk about the features on this, you got DJ Drama on the first song, right? And then you got 42 Doug on here. You got Young Boy Never Broke Again on here. I think, and then Ty Dolla's on that same song, yeah. And then Wayne, if you guys don't know, Lil Wayne's my favorite artist of all time. So that's one song I'm already really looking forward to. And also Wayne usually spazzes on Tyler songs. I don't know why he always spazzes on them. But then he got Domo Genesis on it. Shout out Future. He got a OG back. But Domo's honestly even on IG. He's been putting out like some like low key hints of him returning. So again, another feature I'm really looking forward to. Brent Faiyaz, one of my favorite artists, like up and coming art. I don't even know if he's up and coming anymore. I feel like he's like solidified himself into being one of the best R&B singers in the game today. So, but anyway, Brent Faiyaz, super looking forward to that song as well. And then finally, you got Uzi and Pharrell on the same song. So, hey, bro, like I am super ready to dive in. Um, I might have a quick time lapse of me listening to the project. If there's any standout facial expressions I do, they'll be inserted real quick. But other than that, I'll see you guys after my first listen. Hey.
Is your name? What do you bring?
Woo.
I think that I got what you.
Hey man, I just got done listening. My first listen of Call Me If You Get Lost. Oh yeah, by the way, got my mic out. So audio is hopefully clear, and man, like just wow. Like honestly, after first listen, all I can say is wow. Like all the features on here amazing. 42 Doug, Young Boy. Dude, Young Boy, he surprised me so much. Hopefully I caught the clip of it. I know my phone started overheating, so it couldn't really record the last half of me listening to the album, but hopefully it caught my reaction to Young Boy coming in it because fire. Wayne, amazing. Run It Up. That album was that song, excuse me, was amazing. Massive, amazing. Manifesto, shout out Domo, like, bro, like, again, like, with Lumberjack, I knew he was about to rap, but I didn't know he was rapping, and I would say, like, first half of the album, insane, man. And then after Sweet, he goes back into that more of that Igor. You hear the more melodies, things like that. Wilshire, if that's a real story, insane. Um, but yes, like so far, bro, this whole thing. Shout out also DJ Drama. Like I saw a tweet. Tyler just tweeted out something along the lines of like a couple of years ago. He was like, "Hey, I want my own Gangsta Grills mixtape." And now he's like, "Hey, I got my album." He says something like, "Hey, I basically got my Gangsta Grills album, man." And shadow drama all through this, super fire. Yeah, like honestly, all I can say right now is wow. Like, so this is just my quick little first impression, first listen. Like, I mean, right now I got a car test to this. I gotta listen to it in the album or in my headphones. Obviously you can't tell I'm kind of tired right now too, so it's mad late. So yeah, no, definitely this weekend I'm gonna be listening to the fuck out of this, listening to it everywhere. And yeah, man, yeah, I'm very excited to dive in deeper into this album because just off first listen, bro, crazy, crazy, man. All right, see y'all in a bit.
A few inches later.
Hey man, back with it. Got a chance to listen to this Tyler album for the whole weekend. Couple days into this new week as well. Yeah, man, it's the same reaction. It's still wow. I think if I could summarize this album, it would be wow. I would say it's probably my favorite album that's come out this year, so 2021, since J. Cole's. So after the off season, I would honestly say this is the best album that's came out for me personally. But real quick, I'm gonna summarize the track list. I'm gonna try to spend like maybe like 30 seconds on each song, just cover it real quick. And yeah, so the first song, the intro, Sir Baudelaire. I think the best thing about this album is how it goes in order. So I think the best part about the intro is DJ Drama. You hear him be like, "Hey, are you guys ready? This shit about to be legendary. Hey, let's go." And I think that's super dope. I'm gonna say my piece when we get to the end of the album as well as the middle. But I was hearing a bunch of shit about on Twitter, especially about how DJ Drama was doing too much. But honestly, I think his role that he played in talking shit and basically narrating the whole album was perfect. I think another huge thing is that Tyler and DJ Drama are just so good at what they do. I feel like if he was doing too much or too little, one of them would have definitely said something. So the fact that random people on Twitter are just saying shit, that always that always confuses me because to me personally, I think it was perfect. But anyway, second song, Corso. So this, along with many of the other songs that I'm going to talk about, it also has a beat switch on it. So at first, he's super calm, super collected, nothing too crazy. But then the beat immediately switches and he goes dummy. Like the first thing that he says when the beat switches is "I'm by a boat." Like he's talking that money talk. Is lit. I love this song. So now we got Lemonhead featuring 42 Doug, another banger. Again, to start off, we hear the trumpet, we hear the horns, we hear DJ Drama talking his shit again, talking about pandemic, this pandemic. Bro, fire, fire intro. And then obviously the beat comes back and you hear Tyler just going crazy on it. And my personal favorite part about this song is how 42 Doug comes in. All you hear is 42 Doug's whistle, and then I'm a young turn fucking these hoes. Like, bro, the way he comes in, absolutely amazing. Also, I think this point is gonna cover all of the art, all of the featured artists that I talk about. But what I love that Tyler does is he somehow brings his featured artist into his world. So I know a bunch of people were like, "Yo, why is Young Boy on here?" Even with that song, it's like Young Boy is in Tyler's world. He's in Tyler the Creator's world. I think even if you look at Igor, he had Kanye on Puppet, I believe it was, and even on that, it was like you wouldn't necessarily think of Kanye doing a song like that. But Tyler doesn't care if you're Kanye or if you're a young boy or if you're a 42 Dog, a Lil Wayne, Tizo Touchdown. None of these people really matter. It's how they're implemented into the album that makes it so, so fire. So now the fourth song, what's the name? Now Tyler's going a bit more into the softer side. He's obviously talking about a girl. It has Ty Dolla vocals all over it, which are obviously fire. And yeah, like I talked about before, I think the way Youngboy comes in is super, super fire. Also, I had no idea what to expect from a Youngboy feature on a Tyler the Creator project. But yeah, it's just like how I said, Tyler brings Youngboy into his world. It's not NBA Youngboy, it's not Youngboy Never Broke Again. It's Young Boy Never Broke Again in Tyler the Creator's are featured on a Tyler the Creator song, which makes it perfect. So Lumberjack was a single that came out previously, and bro, again, like I love how I don't know, it's just the little elements of this album that I really, really enjoy that I think put it over the edge. It's where the song starts. He's about to do, I guess it would be the chorus, but then it cuts off he tells a little story about his mom. DJ Drama talks his shit again, and then we go back into the actual song. Also, the beat on this crazy. Everything about the song's fire, and it's a perfect. I feel like it's perfect in the way that it comes after "What's Your Name," which is a really soft song, and then Lumberjack Tyler is rapping, and then the next song, Hot Wind Blows, again, is a bit more on the softer side. So I think the way he comes, I think that's almost a pattern you can see throughout the album where you have like a really hard beat, like super bass heavy song. And then right after it's a more melody, a lot softer of a song. I think the way he's done that, along with DJ Drama just talking shit throughout the whole thing, I love it. It's fire. Yeah, man. Next song up, Hot Wind Blows. I said it like even before I listened to it. I was like, Lil Wayne's on here. Lil Wayne's my favorite rapper. Wayne always spazzes on Tyler's songs. Wayne again spazzed on a Tyler song, man. And then even on here, I love how Tyler has that little bar of like Tucci and Tyler, or Tyler and Tucci. I forget what order he says it in, but you have that bar in there. And then again, when DJ Drama, right before Wayne actually starts spitting, you hear the lighter flick, and then Drama goes Tucci, and then Wayne goes ham. And that, like, I don't know, it's just the little things that I really, really love about every single song on here, that one included. Massa, going back to that kind of beat switch, that almost emotion switch. Massa, again, perfect example of it. At the start, much softer beat. Tyler's telling you to pursue your dreams. He's like, hey, whatever you're passionate about, whatever makes you happy, go do it. That's like your luxury. Then the beat switches. Now it's dark again. Now he's talking about Massa couldn't catch me, my legs longer than a bitch. And it's amazing. Like again, this was one of those songs where he's talking about freedom. He's talking about like he has that butterfly out of a cocoon kind of simile to it. I think even the order he comes in where he's talking about just leaving, like, hey, the first time I was able to leave was when I got my passport. The passport's the most valuable thing to him. And I think even before, I believe I'm gonna get to this in a couple of seconds, but I believe in Hot Wind Blows, he talks about, or DJ Drama's like, hey, we're in Geneva, we're in Switzerland. And so you have that thing of now you're almost riding in a boat. You know you're in a boat in Geneva. You know Tyler's now going back to that thing of, hey, travel the world, pursue your passion, all this stuff. And that leads right up to Run It Up. So Run It Up has got to be one of my favorite songs off the album. I think TZ Touchdown with the chorus on it, or like running like a transmission. Like I love the chorus that fits so perfectly. Like I think again, you go back to the theme of horns. I think the horns on here, it makes you sound like royalty. It makes it sound uplifting. It's amazing. I think the production on this album, that's one thing that I really, really need to touch on. Production on it is insane. Like every single emotion that you feel off of every single song, fire. Run It Up especially, you get that, you get super excited, you get hype, you get like, hey, we up, we're running shit, like all that positive stuff you get from this song. And that leads us right to Manifesto, featuring Dama Genesis. Bro, Manifesto, like basically, like again, this is Tyler talking about, hey, I was canceled before Twitter. Like he's talking his shit again. Like I think this song almost, it's like he's canceling cancel culture, but at the same time he's talking about, hey, we're all the same. Like I love how on this song he's basically saying like all you fake woke people, like you're tweeting all this random stuff, you're not actually doing anything. I think Domo on his verse said it. He basically summarizes the best. He's like, "Yo, like you basically you put me down because of the color of my skin, and yet you get mad when I wild out or do some crazy shit." And I think like just the way he says it with the beat, the meanness of it, like I think I would honestly compare this song very much to Mad City by Kendrick. So off of Good Kid Mad City the song. In the sense that they're both, when you actually listen to the lyrics, it's like, oh fuck, like they're talking about some deep shit. It's actual problems that they're talking about, but you can still vibe out to it. You're like, yo, he's just rapping, he's going off, like it's fire. So next up, we got Sweet slash I Thought You Wanted to Dance featuring Brent Faiyaz and Fana Hughes. Again, like, bro, I never thought I would listen to like a 10-minute song so many times. But it's just beautiful. Like, that's the only way I can say it. Bro, like Sweet at the start, you get the bump, 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 like those, like, I don't know if that's the piano, I don't know what instrument that is, but it's fire. Like it's some type of keys that come in, it sounds amazing. And then when it switches from that to I Thought You Wanted to Dance, again, I'm gonna go back to the production. Production on this, insane. Brent Faiyaz vocals throughout the whole thing. I'm a huge Brent fan. With that, I mean, I just loved this song. So next we have the interlude, Mama Talk. His mom's just talking shit, so it's always a classic. Kind of pause from the music. You almost got entertained in a way, and then you go into Rise. Now Rise, I think, is perfect for that DJ drama talking shit. Like, you're gonna see Tyler's rise to the top. Again, super dope song. Daisy World with the feature, vocals were amazing. Again, just a great song, man. After that, we got Blessed. Tyler's basically talking about, hey, look at everything I've done. Look at all the crazy shit I get to do. I think it was really good interlude that kind of foreshadowed what rest of the album was gonna be in terms of money, like women, like getting everything he wants, things like that. So it was a super cool interlude. Next up, we got Juggernaut, man. Juggernaut featuring Lil Uzi and Pharrell. Juggernaut, again, going back to that beat switch, all that good stuff. Starts off super soft, like, hey, I got lemonade, I call him booger. It's like, and then it goes into is T riding in that Cullinan with like that super hard bass heavy beat. And then Uzi comes in, double C on my feet, double G on my A. And then Pharrell also has that chorus, super fire. But then on Pharrell's verse, like, A is double P, I rock double C. Like, this song, fire. And then we get to Wilshire. Yeah, I mean, Tyler's basically talking about he falls in love with some other guy's girl. And yeah, like, I mean, the storytelling on the song is crazy. Like, it's an 8-minute, 35-second song. The storytelling throughout the whole thing is fire. Now, again, the final song, Safari, like right at the start, Drama's like, hey, we traveled everywhere. The only thing we haven't traveled is time. And Tyler's verses, he's like, hey, I could go anywhere. It's about travel, it's about freedom with the horns in the back. So you feel good. It sounds like it's the perfect outro song where it's a feel good. It wraps up the whole album. It's like, hey, we rich, we're traveling, we're having fun, we're doing what we're passionate about. Yeah, man. Again, I think the perfect way he ends it, D Drama goes, we gone, and the album just ends. So it's a perfect way to wrap things up. And now let's dive into what I really enjoyed about this album. So now on to the little details that I really enjoyed about this album that made it perfect for me. So I think I touched on pretty much everything in my little summary of the album by going track by track. But now for the little things, I think the first largest thing is the way the album starts and the way it ends. Like, it starts out with first Tyler, the first thing he says when the album opens up is the sun's beaming. Like, it already puts you in like the warm summer. Also, the way the beat is, it's super uplifting. It seems sunny. Like, I was listening to it literally here, and it felt like the sun was out. That's just how the album starts. And then DJ Drama comes in and is like, hey, are you ready? Like, legendary. Like, we're about to get started. Like, it just hypes you up even more. And then the outro. I mean, first of all, the outro song, the second verse, Tyler's just talking his shit. Like, that's all it is. And then again with DJ Drama, we gone. He just says we gone. Album ends. I think it's a perfect way to start and end an album. And I think the perfect middle for this too was Run It Up. And then again with DJ Drama, he's like, for y'all, sky's the limit. For us, sky's just what we stand on. And that little portion right there, I think it's a perfect middle. Kind of that again summarizes the album perfectly. Like, you get all the rich, like, I could do what I want, I get to follow my passions, all that stuff. And it kind of just summarizes in the middle, and you get that start and the perfect ending. Also, another key little fact that I love DJ Drama for, Hot Wind Blows, he basically is like, hey, we're in Geneva. That's in Switzerland. I don't think you guys realize how much I appreciate that, because for me personally, I'm not the greatest person when it comes to the geography. So when he said Geneva, I had no idea where the fuck Geneva is. I know there's like a Geneva beach around the like Chicagoland area, but when he said Geneva, Switzerland, it kind of just put everything in picture. It's like, okay, this is where he is, and it's just a little thing that I appreciated a lot. So shout out to DJ Drama for that. Hey, also, has that album ever called you broke? Because that this album, it called me broke plenty of times. But I think the biggest one was definitely on Lemonhead, where the outro of the track He's talking about an Iveve bowl. I personally have never heard what Iveve bowl is. I don't know what it is. Actually, let me Google that. Let me Google it real quick. Let's do that. Hey, so I'm gonna keep it 100. I had zero clue how to spell Iveve or Iwewe bowl. And so I had to hop on Genius, search up Lemonhead. And so now here's the so-called I bowl. I'm gonna just call it the bowl. This is the so-called bowl. And so apparently it's a porcelain bowl of pearls made to resemble rice bowls. And they're expensive as hell. So cool. Shout out Tyler for putting me onto these bowls. I'll never be purchasing a $400,000 bowl, but I know. But like, even other than that, he has like all these segments of talking about double R's, the Cullinan, Rolls Royce, all that stuff. And I mean, honestly, I personally love it. That's why I listen to rap. It's basically a lot of times it is to motivate me. And so hearing all these brands, hearing Tyler pursue's passions, it's like, hey, this is dope. I'm trying to do the same thing. So that's why this album I messed with heavy. Okay, and now the final segment. If for whatever reason, either A, you've never listened to another Tyler project, you've never listened to Tyler Creator at all, you haven't even listened to a song of his. One reason why I would tell you to go listen to this album or at least check it out is if you're a rap fan, this is 100% a Gangsta Grillz tape through and through. Like you hear DJ Drama throughout the whole thing. Also the beats on here. You hear the bass heavy. And again, Tyler is rapping on this. Like a lot of it, he is fully rapping on a heavy bass beat. Like he's going in. And so that's why if you're a fan of that, 100% go check this album out. However, if you don't listen to rap, if you don't listen to predominantly rap, or you're not really that interested in rap, I would still tell you to go check this album out, mainly because of the melodies on here. I think anyone can appreciate the melodies. The beats on here are amazing. The story behind each song is really, really fire if you really pay close attention to all their lyrics. So yeah, man, I would definitely go check this out. Me personally, every time I listen to this album, I pick up another thing. So I'm sure I'm gonna continue to listen to this. It's a fire album. I mean, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but for me personally, I do feel like this is my favorite Tyler project. I think before this, it was either Cherry Bomb or Igor, and I think this kind of puts both of them together. And this might honestly be my favorite Tyler project. But yeah, man, with that, go check this album out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, real quick, I know this was a more recent album that I covered for this episode, but maybe later on I might go back to some of my favorite albums. I might go back to some random albums, or I might go back and just do some singles. I don't know yet what I'm gonna do with this series. But yeah, be sure to subscribe. This is my first video, so subscribe, follow, comment, all that good stuff. And yeah, man, with that, I'm out. Peace.